I didn't see that life was worth living, really. What was the point? What's the point of me being here? It'd probably be easier if I wasn't here. I like taking risks. I think if you've got to take a risk, but I think especially if you've got a bit of a gambling history as well, you probably take more risks than and you become a bit blind to everything. I realised that, well, I felt that there was a gap in the market for pubs, because basically what we do, predominantly the Swan will ring us up and say, I need a chef. We speak to Dave, can you work at the Swan? Yep, perfect, match, done, happy days. Well, I felt that there was an app that could be built for this platform, like a dating app really. So we borrowed some money from a company called the Funding Circle, and we borrowed it on back to front the business. It got to nearly 20,000 chefs in this pot, which was really nice. So we were like, yeah, we've got the chefs, now we need to go and get the customers, and we just couldn't take it over the line. I think we only had 2 people ever pay 75 quid to make a match. We borrowed 150 grand, so we were paying 4 grand up back a month out of the 150, so obviously that was slowly just chipping away, and I was spending at this end to get to do it, and then it all of a sudden got to that point. 3 days before Christmas, and again I don't know why this happened, what the trigger was, but we got a letter from the Funding Circle saying you're in breach of the contract, you can't borrow money on one business to create another business, we want the money back, all the money back, or we want a second charge on your house. And I remember now vividly, being at Avon Valley Farm, with the kids doing with Emergency Santa, and I'm on the phone to this guy just going are you being serious, man? This is 3 days before Christmas now, and I'm here with my family, and I was getting really, really, really upset. We spent probably about 8 grand on solicitors just to bash solicitor, that whole process that happened. And in the end, it just got to the point where we didn't have to pay the money, we didn't get a second charge, we just kept on top of the payments. Every month they got paid, that's fine, and everyone just kept quiet, no one said anything, they were getting the money back. It wasn't as if we defaulted any payments, we were still paying the money, we just obviously broke this thing. And I just felt like a failure, because I'd spent all this time, 18 months of my life, going for it, and I was going to trade shows, I was getting photos with Michelle Roux, just positioning myself, to be the person, and all of a sudden, borrowed this money, and me and Chloe had, we were stretched because, she was just you just gamble, it wasn't too much, but just we got to the point where after the third lot of funding, she's like, no more, Pete. You're not. I was like, yeah, but I've invested all this time, all this energy, we could borrow another 50 grand, come on. She's like, no. And I just had some really dark thoughts, mate. Really dark thoughts where I was just like, what the fuck have I just done? What have I done? I've just borrowed all this money, I've put my whole family in jeopardy, basically, where we've got, and we still had a bit, we had it wasn't the money so much, but it was the failure of me going all this energy into this and not, and I put in when you put a lot of energy into something, and someone just lets all that energy out of you, or you're just pushing something, push, and it just doesn't get anywhere. I felt like I failed. What was the point? What's the point of me being here? It'd probably be easier if I wasn't here, basically. That was the thought process of it. So how did I get myself out of it? I discovered laughter yoga. So I discovered it at WOMAD in 16. I did one session in 16. And that February, I knew of Madan Katari, I knew of laughter yoga. I hadn't really done much of it apart from that, but I started looking at some videos, and I remember watching these videos just going, right, okay. And all this stuff, and to myself, and if anyone would have just seen me, they probably would have thought I was just bloody mad, And but it helped. It must have helped, because I wouldn't have this thing wouldn't be on my head. There's lots of things that connected there, and I was just wow. And then I was just right, I need to do more of this. So then I started knocking on a couple of doors. So Friday was my laughter day. That was the deal with Chloe. Work Monday to Thursday. Focus, you do whatever you want on the Friday, and for me, right, let's get laughter business moving to a little bit, get some jobs, go and do a gig. So how do I feel right now compared to then? I mean, completely different, because I know what I want to do. I know why I've been put here. That's massive, right? And I know there's a lot of people out there in the world that don't know why they've been put here, and that's fine. But for me, I do. And it's because I've got this power to make people laugh and to make them feel good about themselves, and that's why I've been put here.